Before the video starts, I just want to announce that I now have an Instagram as well as a Twitter. You can find them in the description below. I haven't posted anything on both accounts yet, but I will be doing so in a couple of days. So go ahead and follow me on both. I'll be posting my custom amiibo on my Instagram. I'll even be posting my future custom amiibo on my Instagram before I post them onto YouTube. But anyways, let's begin now. So I have finally reached 5,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much, I really appreciate it. I really love making videos. And knowing that over 5,000 people enjoy watching my content means a lot to me, so thank you all very much. So to celebrate, I decided to do a Q&A video. So here's all the questions you guys sent me. Let's begin. So this first question wasn't asked for my Q&A video, it was from a previous video. It is a very good question, so I decided to answer it here. So a very loyal subscriber of mine, Apples, asked, why are you called 64 iOS if most of your mobile stuff is 64 on Android? Haha. Jason Simaski as well as Antoine Martinez had a similar question regarding my username. So this is actually my second YouTube channel. I closed my original YouTube channel back in 2011. I'll talk about it more in a bit. So anyways, so back in 2012, there was a jailbroken app called N64 iOS. It was coming out very soon at the time, and I couldn't wait. I was very excited. So it finally released in mid-2012, and I really wanted to make a YouTube video about it. But since I closed my original YouTube channel, I had to make a new one. So I had to come up with a brand new username, so I took the N out of N64 iOS, and that's how it became 64 iOS. I now make mostly Android videos, just because a few months after I first created this YouTube channel, I moved over to Android. Nowadays I do have an Android and an iPhone, but I love my Android way more than I love my iPhone. Don't get me wrong though, I can't live without my iPhone. I do want to make more iOS videos, but there isn't really much I could make of right now. But when I make videos of apps that are both on iOS and Android, I decide to use my iPhone for the video just to give it some video time. And honestly, the iOS version of the app is probably the better version. So a couple of people wanted to know why I started YouTube and what inspired me to make a YouTube channel. Okay, so this is actually a pretty long story. So back in 2006, when I was 12 years old, there was a website called WeTube. It was basically YouTube, but for Nintendo fans only. Man, I loved that website, and I was one of the most popular people on it too. I made so many friends there. About 2 years later, the website stopped working, and the creator of the website left it a long time ago. So the website pretty much died, and most of its users moved on to YouTube, including me. So I joined YouTube pretty much just to communicate with my old friends. And about a year later, I started making YouTube poops, so my channel was pretty much a YouTube poop channel. I mostly made CDI videos, but once in a while, I would do a Super Mario World cartoon video. So this is pretty much why I made an amiibo of the king, just because of my past with YouTube poops. Then in 2011, I decided to close my YouTube channel, just because I didn't use it anymore. Then like I mentioned earlier, the year after is when I made this channel. I had no intentions of getting serious with this channel, that's why I chose such a random username. Then in late 2014 is when I finally decided to settle down with this channel. And you know, like really get serious with this channel now. So who or what actually inspired me to do this? Well, I actually don't know. I guess I just wanted to go on YouTube, just like how I did on WeTube. So Holden Rise, another very loyal subscriber of mine, also asked, what are your future plans for uploads? Also, congrats on 5K. Well thanks man, I appreciate it. My plans are to improve my quality even more. I have improved a lot compared to before, but there's always room for improvement, so that's what I want to do. So Adoran Sisk asked, what was your profile picture before your current one? It was very similar to my current profile picture, but instead, it had purple Toon Link. Or should I say, fabulous Toon Link. PikaCraft64TV asks, will you ever do a giveaway? Yeah, maybe. It would be something simple first, like a gift card giveaway. The winner could choose what gift card he or she wants, like an iTunes gift card, eShop gift card, Google Play gift card, and so on. So Mitch asked, what do you use to create those animated backgrounds? Which I assume he's talking about the backgrounds that's on my intro and my outro. I use the app on my iPhone called QCut Pro. It's a pretty good editor for mobile. I use it anytime I need to make an animated background. And it's very easy to use, so that's always a plus. INQLHINJ asked, how are you? I'm pretty good, thanks for asking. Eric Metroid asked, what's your name by the way? I'm not gonna reveal my actual name yet, but my online friends call me Ray, with the E and not the A. Nintendo Addicting asked, when is your birthday? My birthday is July 15th. I'm 20 years old, and I'm turning 21 this summer, so I can't wait for that. So Quincy asked, what is my favorite breed of bird and dog? And congrats on 500 subscribers. Bruh, you're a little too late for that. I'm just messing with you, I know what you meant. But thanks man, I appreciate it. I don't actually have a favorite breed of bird. I guess an owl? Just because I'm a night owl, I guess. My favorite breed of dog is a Labrador Retriever. I have 3. One is named Paige, the other Jaguar, and last week we got a brand new puppy. Me and my brothers decided to name her Oreo. I also have a one-eyed cat. Yup, you heard that right, a one-eyed cat. He got in a fight with another cat one day, and he lost the eye, but he survived. His name is Tiger, by the way. Harry asked, is this a question?
No, this is Patrick.
Cheeseballs47 asked, what do you look like? I have a picture of myself on my Vine profile, as well as my Instagram, so if you're curious, go to one of those. Jester Sonic asked, what is your favorite character from Super Smash Bros? And Dennis ADS asked, who are your mains in Smash 4? Lucas is my main in Super Smash Bros. 4. I actually never used him in Super Smash Bros. Brawl, but once he came out as DLC, I decided to give him a try, and I fell in love with his moveset. I can't play as Ness at all. He feels so different from Lucas, even though they're semi-clones. The Villager's also one of my mains. I just love trolling as him. He's like the perfect troll character. I also main Shulk. Moses Piguero 64 asked, who are the people you voted for in the Smash ballot? Well, one of them should be obvious. I also voted for King K. Rool. I actually didn't think about him at first. Then I saw that a lot of people were voting for him. Then I decided to join in too and vote for him too. Another rare created character is always good. Sonic the Hedgehog asked, around what time did you get into Smash Brothers? At age 6, when the GameCube and Melee came out, my parents bought it for me. I actually didn't play the original game until like 3 years later. I didn't really like it, to be honest, and I still don't. It's just, But whatever, it was the first game. Muggy asked, what are your thoughts about Banjo-Kazooie not making it into Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U, and congrats on over 5,000 subscribers. I was actually more disappointed that King K. Rool didn't make it. To be honest, he was way more realistic than Banjo and Kazooie. But oh well, there's always Super Smash Bros. 5, I guess. I am happy that Bayonetta made it though, so that's good. Wario Time asked, do you want Paper Mario and Banjo-Kazooie were in Smash DLC? Banjo-Kazooie, of course. As for Paper Mario, I actually really wanted Paper Mario during the Brawl days, but now that we have Sticker Star, not really anymore. Bass, King Owns, a very good friend of mine, and a very loyal subscriber, asked, what is your favorite Nintendo game besides Banjo-Kazooie and Donkey Kong 64? It's actually The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker. I just love that game. My original GameCube disc actually stopped working back in 2008, so I was very happy that Nintendo decided to remake it on the Wii U. I honestly used to hate the Wii U gamepad, but ever since Super Mario Maker came out, I actually don't mind it that much anymore, since the game actually uses it in a pretty unique way. Banjo-Kazooie, who I see everywhere, has a few questions. Well, a couple of them. So let's begin. My first console ever, well, that I can remember, I think it's the Nintendo 64. But I'm not sure if I had a Super Nintendo. I might have, I just don't remember. My first Nintendo handheld was the Game Boy Pocket. My favorite YouTuber is actually Game Explain. And my favorite cartoon, well, I honestly don't watch cartoons. But if I had to choose one, it would probably be, Rick and Morty. My favorite game of all time is probably Donkey Kong 64. I just love that game. It's the definition of my childhood. My favorite movie based on a video game, well, I actually don't have one, since I honestly don't really like watching movies. So for number 7 he says, I'm not sure if I'm finished yet, but whatever. And he saved the best for last, a Lenny face. Lenny face right back at you, bro. Kirby Master 2003 asked, what was your first game console and game? So like I said earlier, I think it was the Super Nintendo, but I'm not sure, I can't remember. What I do remember is the Nintendo 64. The first video game I played was the original Super Mario Bros. Colin Smith asked, what games do you have on your Wii U, including virtual console games? Not a lot. I'm actually not a big fan of the Wii U, to be honest. I have Nintendo Land, New Super Mario Bros. U, Luigi U, The Wind Waker HD, Super Smash Bros. 4, Mario Kart 8, and Super Mario Maker. I only have Donkey Kong 64 on the Virtual Console. I honestly rather emulate games on my Android than play on the Virtual Console. Being able to play those games on the go with 2K resolution is what I prefer, honestly. I honestly don't mind the touchscreen controls. I honestly like them. I'm just so used to using them. I only bought Donkey Kong 64 on the Virtual Console, since at the time, Donkey Kong 64 didn't really work on Android. I mean, there was a fix at the time, I just didn't know about it until recently, so recently I replayed it on my phone. Is this a question?
No, this is Patrick.
Moses asks, what portable systems do you have from the Game Boy to the DS? I have a Game Boy Pocket, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Advance SP, original Nintendo DS, though it's broken in half, and a new Nintendo 3DS. I also used to have the original 3DS, as well as the original 3DS XL, but I sold those. Inferno Death Note asked, what is your favorite Mario Maker level that you have made or played so far? My favorite Super Mario Maker level that I've made so far is my Clocktown level from Majora's Mask. It was really fun to make, and I added so much detail into it, I think it looks really good. As for my favorite level that I've played so far, well, I honestly don't really have one, since I rather make levels than play them. And original King Julian 94, who's a really loyal subscriber who I had since before I had 2,000 subscribers, asked, could you do more Zelda levels in Super Mario Maker? He asked that question before I posted my Clocktown level, but I will make more Zelda levels soon. And thanks for being subscribed to me for a really long time, I appreciate it, bro. Nintendo Hawk asked, is Banjo and Kazooie your favorite franchise of all time? No, it's actually Mario, followed by Zelda. I just really started hyping up Banjo for the Smash Ballot, since I really wanted him as a playable character in Smash Bros. Oh, and thanks for playing my Ice Cavern level in your video. King of the Hylians asked, when did you first play Banjo-Kazooie? I'm pretty sure when I was a kid. I had a friend who had Banjo-Kazooie, and we used to play it together. That made me want to get it too, so my parents bought it for me. At least I think that's how it went. Domo Head MC asked, do you have a banjo and or a kazoo? And if so, do you know how to play it? Nah, I don't, and I never will. DJ Ramos, as well as Stop Motion TV, have questions regarding why I started making custom amiibo. I don't really know. I just love amiibo and wanted to make my own customs. I was so close to not posting the first episode. I just wasn't happy on how my first amiibo came out, being Zorak and Waluigi. I thought they looked really bad. So I first posted them on Vine, and people started liking them, and that gave me the courage to make it a series on YouTube, and that's what I did. Thankfully, my newer amiibo do look a lot better than my first amiibo, so that's good. Turtle Biscuit Gamer asks, will you make a John Cena amiibo? And my answer is no. I just don't want to make any amiibo of memes or fads. However, I am planning to make a meme amiibo for April Fools. You should show me a picture of your amiibo when you're finished with it. Green Yoshi Games asks, what is my favorite regular amiibo? It's Rob. I think it looks really good. I just love it. It was an amiibo that was made to be an amiibo. So thanks for your question, and shoutouts go to you, Green Yoshi Games. Hake Age and Michael Ramirez are asking if I'm going to make more custom amiibo. And Michael also says, congrats on 5k. Thanks a lot, dude. And the answer is yes, I will be making more custom amiibo soon. So stay tuned for that. Daniel asked, are you going to make a Shovel Knight amiibo? Shovel Knight has actually been my most requested amiibo. I don't know why though, since he has an official amiibo. Maybe I'll make a Smash Bros box for him, but I don't know. Orts asked if I'll be making more Pokemon amiibo soon. And the answer is, well, I honestly don't know. Maybe, probably, yeah, I don't know. And happy early birthday, bro. Swoop.whoop asks, can you make the Smash wallpaper on iOS? I actually had plans on porting my Smash theme to iOS, but I dropped that idea. You actually did give me a good idea though. What I can do is, I could make the wallpaper from my theme on iOS. You know, how it's changing in the background from character to character? I could probably do that with iOS. Of course, you'll be needing a jailbreak for that. And I was looking into this, since I read your comment. Lucega says, thanks for the emulator, and will you make an update on your Smash menu with some mobile games? Another loyal longtime subscriber, I Am Pug, also has a similar question. I don't like making icons for mobile games. I pretty much know nothing about mobile games, and finding renders for them on Google is pretty much impossible. And I get a lot of requests on mobile games I never heard of, so I really don't even know who to add for its icon. And the fact that these mobile games don't really have any renders on Google makes it even worse for me. Mobile games for Sonic, Minecraft, FNAF, and stuff like that I can make icons for. Jupiter asks, when will you do a better update video for the Smash 4 Android pack? I'm having extreme difficulty with it and really want to get it working. So are you having problems setting up the theme just because you don't know how to do it? Or because the app that's needed isn't really working? I will be making a better tutorial video later on, probably at the end of this month or next month. The Raptors asked, 64 iOS, do you like The Legend of Zelda and its remakes? Yes, of course, I love Zelda, and its remakes are pretty good too. I can't wait for The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD, even though that's more of an HD port than a remake. GorgoMan123 asked, do you like Pokemon? If you do, what's your favorite Pokemon? Joshua Lopez is also wondering what my favorite Pokemon is. Yes, I do. Back in 2010, when I was a freshman in high school, I had a computer class, and the guy sitting next to me introduced me to emulation. He copied a GBA emulator as well as some ROMs onto my flash drive, then moved it to my computer. One of the ROMs he moved was Pokemon Emerald. I decided to give it a try, since I never played Pokemon before. I liked it. I did get stuck on the part with the graveyard though. Then the school year ended, and I never played Pokemon again. Then in late 2013, I decided to give the series another try. I tried Pokemon Diamond on my phone, then I fell in love with Pokemon. Then I played Generation 1 through 5 on my phone via emulation. Then a few months later, Nintendo was having a special promotion. If you registered your 3DS, as well as a selected game, you got Pokemon X or Y for free. So I got Pokemon X. I feel really bad though, since the first Pokemon game I paid for was actually Omega Ruby. My favorite Pokemon is actually Zoroark. I just love its ability, Illusion. And the first custom amiibo I made was actually of Zoroark. Blue Adventure U asked, do you like Sonic the Hedgehog? Yeah, I do. I mean, I'm not a huge fan, but I do like Sonic. He was my main in Brawl. I played Sonic 1 and 2 back when it was released on the Virtual Console on the Wii. Then around 2008, my cousin came over and he brought his GameCube games, and when he left, he accidentally forgot about Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. And damn, it's a really good game. I loved it. I played Sonic 3 and Knuckles a few years ago for the first time. It's a really good game too. I like it. I've been wanting to play Sonic Generations, but I haven't had the chance, really. Koala Gamer 300 asks, do you plan on making any Sonic the Hedgehog custom amiibo? And yes, I do. Ever since the Sonic amiibo came out, I have had an extra Sonic amiibo that's unopened, so I'm planning on making a custom amiibo out of it. I'm not sure what character I'll make it. Making a 3-pack of Sonic's friends will be cool too. Super Yoshi Bros asks, what do you think of Conker's Bad Fur Day? I love its humor, man. The farthest I got into Conker's Bad Fur Day isn't really far, just inside the barn in the very beginning of the game. Maybe I'll finish it one day, I don't know. I did see a full Let's Play of it a couple of years ago, and it was pretty cool. Anthonian asks, do you like Five Nights at Freddy's? And what's your favorite custom amiibo? No, I don't like Five Nights at Freddy's, honestly. It kinda gets on my nerves. My favorite custom amiibo is my Michael Jackson amiibo. Out of all my custom amiibo and regular amiibo, that's the only amiibo I have in a case. And at the time that I made my Michael Jackson amiibo is the same time I started getting better at making custom amiibo, so that's always a plus. Twilight Kingdom asks, what do you think about the song Sanctuary from Kingdom Hearts 2? I've actually never played a Kingdom of Hearts game before. I think it looks really cool though. And the second question is, what is the worst game you have ever played? Honestly, I can't really think of any game on consoles or handhelds, but I played a lot of bad mobile games. Like, a lot. But if I had to choose a console game, it would probably be the first Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. It was a huge disappointment. Average Channel asks, can you follow me on Instagram? And what is your first amiibo? I just barely made an Instagram, but I'll check yours out. My first amiibo was the Link amiibo. I got it for free for pre-ordering Super Smash Bros. Wii U at Toys R Us. Lycor asks, do you like Soul Fighters? It is an awesome series. I actually never heard of it before. And Apples asks, are you a true senpai? Damn right I am. The Panda Killer asks, I just got one question for you. What are those? I honestly really hate that line, like really. But I did that just for you. He also asked what my favorite YouTubers are. Like I mentioned earlier, Game Explain. I also really like Swordless Link, who's a speedrunner. I also really like a lot of tech channels, like Everything Apple Pro and Marquise Brownlee, just to name a few. I also really like Mr. Nightmare, who posts a lot of videos on scary stuff. And I'm also a fan of BuzzFeed. Darude is my middle name asked, do you have no style? Do you have no grace? Of course, and I even have a funny face. Moses wants a shout out, so shout outs go to you, Moses, and thanks for all your questions. Is this a question?
No! This is Patrick!
Destroy the Destroyer asks, on the scale to 1 to 10, what is your favorite color of the alphabet? Lenny face, duh, it's obviously the best color of the alphabet. And finally King Owns asks, is V's a faggot? I don't know, are you a faggot? That's something we should be asking you. And that was pretty much it. I answered every question I received. Thank you guys for sending in your questions, and thanks for subscribing. I really do appreciate it. Thank you very much. Oh, and one last thing. A lot of people have been asking me if I sell my custom amiibo, and the answer is no, I do not. And I don't plan on doing so anytime soon, so yeah. My next video will be my custom amiibo series finale. It was supposed to come out last month, but I delayed it. Sorry about that. So thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.